Whoa. Seems I found a low place in this world. How could I ever get back?
You're listening to Biddy Records.
I know I done messed up 1,000 times, but this time trumps that. Ooh, how could you ever forgive me, please? I need you in my life. I should've never did that. Please, 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 please let me back in, cause it's haunting me. Oh, no, said it's haunting me. And it's haunting. Oh, yeah, cause it's haunting me. Whole world at your fingertips. You can't steal, you let it slip. Up, 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 up. Just where that up is, I can't remember. Remember, you the one that said you wanted to dip. And nowadays I got you sick. I hoped you stepped on the crack, across the black cat, up under a ladder. Since the day you split the pole, I hope you ran in every single obstacle. Nowadays, nothing but the blessings I've grown from the pain. I hear you calling again.
She said, girl, I'm sitting here watching nursing stuff. What nursing stuff? I asked, all confused. When I watch that kind of stuff, girl, you give me the blues.
Hold breath. Hold breath.
It's a new show that I've never seen. You gotta see the vibe that these girls have on screen. Who is they? What, where, and who? Nurse Knows, a new show streaming on YouTube. Every Thursday night from 7 to 8. Get your snacks and your wine, girl, and don't be late. Nurse Knows is the brand new vibe. Every Thursday night, same place, same time. Nurse Knows is the brand new vibe. Every Thursday night, same place, same time.
Welcome, Noties. You are now tuned in with PVG, and tonight's show is going to be fire. We even had a lizard show up.
Oh my gosh, the pet.
So we're gonna add
on the set.
So sorry that we're late, but we had to visit her that wanted to be on the show.
He just wanted to make a cameo.
I think it was the Geico, but I don't know.
I was talking insurance today. We would like you to take a moment. And what are they supposed to do?
Grab some snacks, grab some wine,
some water.
Because we're going to cut.
Oh, to commercial, but we want you to, did he cut us?
No.
Oh.
We want you to go on YouTube, guys, and subscribe if you already
and turn on your notifications.
And turn on the notifications so that every time we go live, it'll tell you. So it can make it easier for you guys. You don't have to have the link every time, okay? All right,
and we'll go to commercial. You are now tuned in with PVG of Nurse Notes.
Hi, I'm Pam.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Gabby. And we are here to get you notarized.
Catch our all-new podcast
every Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m.
on YouTube, Official Nurse Notes, and Villa Cooler Radio.
You can also watch us on our website at www.officialnursenotes.com.
Please go like, follow, and share on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
See you there, Noties!
And welcome back, No Teas. We hope you had time since we were a little bit late to get everything that you need to watch the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's show, which is called Dumping Syndrome.
Yes.
It has a versatile meaning for us, which we'll get into. But first, we're going to go ahead and jump into our first topic, which is Nursing 2021, From Heroes to Humans.
That's right.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. That says a lot, especially to our nurses and frontline healthcare workers out there. I think for so long in 2020, that's what we were referred to as we were heroes.
Right. Not all heroes wear capes.
Right. And that's what you saw everywhere. Oh, they're all heroes, and we're so grateful for them. And we actually started getting some recognition that we hadn't got in previous
we truly
years.
Deserved. Yes.
And then, boom.
We outside.
Yeah. In 2020, now we're human again. And
I mean, just in January we were still heroes, but as soon as
Biden say you can take the mask
came
off,
we're all human again. And I'm gonna tell you that can do something to the psyche of any nurse or healthcare worker out there who is taking care of everybody else first before they even take care of their own families. Right. You finally gave them some well-deserved recognition, and then now you're gonna take it back because we outside.
Well, let's think about it though. Like people, it was trending on Facebook, some of the salaries and things like that. But did people ever stop to think that? I mean, a lot of people have the luxury of shutting themselves in and staying at home.
Right.
Yeah. I never got a day off to recoup, rethink. I never got to work from home. It was, what are you going to do next? Yeah. All of us, I mean, nurses that were in retirement.
Yes. Came out of retirement.
Yeah. Nurses with expired license and judgments on their license for making mistakes was saying, here, we're going to give you a pass. Because we were asked to put our lives and our families' lives on the line.
Definitely, being one of the frontliners, I just want people to realize that, again, it takes a toll on your psyche. I was actually talking with someone at a nail shop, and they were saying, oh, y'all made a whole bunch of money. I put a whole bunch of time, into working for others. I literally served the communities that I worked in, literally put my health at risk and put my family's health at risk. So please, let's stop looking at the bag. We always say where the money reside, but truly it wasn't about money. It was literally, I'm going to give my time and serve different communities.
And there is no dollar amount that you can pay anyone in this world to go and put their life on the line
directly
for other people, whether it's nurses, military, whoever.
Yes.
There's nothing you can pay them. Like, there's no dollar sign on someone's life.
There's people that do sports that get paid more than what we did. Let's just put that in perspective.
And let's think about,
I'm sorry, go ahead. For a ticket to go spectate than we got for 1 hour of putting our life on the line. So let's just be clear.
And let's think about what is the nurse and her family getting when she or he passes.
Right.
Because there were plenty of people that were serving and they're not here with us.
Right.
Caught it on the plane.
And then insurance companies had the nerve to not pay.
Yes.
Well, you had a pre-existing condition.
So the families were left with memories, heartache, pain, bills, debt. And now, what about the hero?
The hero is broken at home. There's a lot of nurses that left the profession.
And we want to hear from you. Please comment and share your story as well. Even in Nurse Knows Connection, we love to hear from you and your personal experience of working during the pandemic.
I mean, a lot of nurses came back and took some time off to, reset and refocus and think about, is this what I really want to do?
Right, because it made them question why they got into nursing, if they even wanted to stay. We did a lot of research for this episode, and we got a lot of statistics here that I think you guys really need to hear.
And please listen.
I'll start off with the first one. And it says nurses were asked why they left the bedside. And it said burnout was the primary factor driving nurses to quit even before the pandemic, according to a study published this month in the journal Health Policy. of the more than 418,000 registered nurses who quit their jobs in 2017, more than 30% of them said they left because of burnout, citing stressful work environments and inadequate staffing.
Yeah.
In 2017.
2017, not 2020, not 2021.
So you just imagine when they backdate and redo the numbers for 2020, I could imagine that they doubled, maybe even tripled. I'm not even gonna lie, because a lot of nurses did walk away, and for so many understandable reasons.
Well, and let's talk about burnout, because I think people, they may not realize what that term means. Burnout means I don't want to go to work. I don't want to perform at my job anymore. You literally can have panic attacks from burnout. It's too much stress, overtime, repeated stress, and you literally are just trying to find a way out. And that's our job. So think about that.
Guilty.
Yes.
Into going to work.
And I was.
I mean, but you feel guilty. Just think about how many times you wanted to really say no because you were physically tired. You wanted to cry.
Emotionally tired.
When you woke up because you just like, I can't do it today. But then you think about your coworkers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you think about the patients.
You think about the
patients. Because when we're short, that's somebody's life on the line. It's not like we're, making food. We're a different type of service.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And it's sad that they've made it like a service industry. I mean, we don't even get thank yous. Hey, can you get my water? Can you put that together? Can you plug in my charger?
Oh my God, you didn't even do that right. Oh my God, aren't you the nurse?
The expectations versus the reality don't align at all. What you are looking for in your nurse, you're not even willing to give. And I'm just gonna say, as a patient, you always, people say the golden rule, you always treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
We understand that you're in a vulnerable position and you may be sick and ill. You may have questions and concerns. You have a family at home. We do too.
Yes.
So just as much grace and understanding that you want, you need to be willing to give that too when you're a patient and you're in the hospital. And we tell y'all all the time, advocate for yourself. We're not telling you to take crap from people, especially that are not taking care of you, who are not doing their due diligence. But there are a lot of good nurses out there who are constantly spit on, in a sense, and stepped all over because people want what they want when they want it, and they don't want to give that same grace and mercy that they're asking for in any other setting in their life.
And let's just talk about how much pressure that is to, again, be the superhero. So now I'm not human, I can't make mistakes, and I'm supposed to know everything. And that adds to burnout. It says American Nurses Association survey conducted in December 2020 found that close to 75% of nurses felt exhausted in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. In the last 2 weeks, 75%. That was me. I was one of the 75.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's exhausting to go to work, be told that you're not doing a good enough job, you can do more, you can take more, you don't need a break, you don't need to go to the bathroom, but I need you to do A, B, C, and D for 5 to 6, sometimes 8 patients.
And we forget to take care of ourselves. I mean, there are shifts that I clocked in at 6:38.
Yes.
And clocked out at 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yes. Get back home and be like, I never used the bathroom.
I never used the bathroom. Yeah. Call it TMI if you want to, but that's the reality, especially on the floor, but any environment. And another statistics would be American Nurses Association Healthy Nurse Project found that at least 69% of U.S. nurses said they agree or strongly agree that they put their patients' health before their own.
Wow.
We definitely can attest to that.
Yeah. I mean, not going to the bathroom in that long of a period of time, people don't realize that's not good for your kidneys.
It's not good.
It's not good for your bladder to hold that long. You're at risk of getting an infection yourself. But even when you do get sick, you're still expected to return to work and take care of other people. And y'all, it's, as nurses, we have to help each other. We have to help have each other's back. So if you're on that floor, if you're in that clinic, whatever setting you're in, we got to start working together and teaming up and saying, hey, enough is enough.
Yes.
This is unacceptable.
It is.
8 patients?
8.
No, that's unacceptable. And I mean, you can call Safe Harbor. Right. You can call Safe Harbor, but most nurses don't even know what that is, or they're afraid, or they feel pressured, bullied, retaliation, all those things, and they're being gaslighted.
Yes.
And I don't know if y'all know what that is, but gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse.
Yes.
And it's usually seen in relationships. It doesn't have to be like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It can be any relationship. And it's the act of manipulating a person by forcing them to question their own thoughts.
Yes, Lord.
And how events transpired. Gaslighting happens so much in nursing that it is unreal.
Yes.
I mean, think about it. Administrators was taken home. But we supposed to show up with a smile. We supposed to do the job.
We can't be tired.
Yeah. You can get pizza. Don't tell me I don't like pizza no more.
I don't even do pizza.
You're gonna feed me pizza, but you want me to teach my patient about a healthy diet.
Yes.
You're not gonna give me any kind of high protein, good carb.
I don't have time for you to sit down and eat.
Yeah.
You're not trying to help me get energized to take care of these people.
Just steady breaking us down.
You're just trying to sell me a ticket, so I'll just keep doing what
so
you
I'll
want
keep
me
coming
to
to
do.
work. I'll buy pizza so you can come to work tonight. Honey, my life is on the line. Like, that doesn't
and
suffice.
that right there, now we're human again.
Now we're human
So
again.
we're going to go into our next segment because this is taking us into our next segment.
Yes, Lord.
And this segment is going to be sponsored by somebody very lovely. Who's our first segment sponsor? Visionary CPR. I told you. Erica Hall. Y'all check out Erica Hall. Hey, Erica. You can find Erica at where's my little, I lost my paper, y'all. VCHR.
Or you could always inbox us for any, CPR needs you have.
And I'm pretty sure if you Google Visionary CPR, you probably find her.
She has a wonderful webpage.
That was a wonderful logo.
Yes.
And thank you for your support.
Thank you, Erica.
Back to the what? Back to the basics.
So we're moving to back to the basics.
Back to the basics.
Become the dumper before you become the dumpy.
Wow.
Right.
Man. So today's topic is...
Y'all know we gotta throw a twist in there.
I'm sorry, the title of the show is Dumping Syndrome.
Speak up.
So, in most healthcare terms, dumping syndrome is something that happens when your stomach is actually dumping your food faster than it should.
Let's break that down.
So, in this instance, we're using it for more literal, meaning dumping syndrome. And this can go for all of our viewers, nurses, everybody. Everybody knows somebody that is a dumper. They will call you at 11 o'clock at night. They'll know your phone. They'll know your phone is on Do Not Disturb. They know what time you go to bed, but they'll call you. Hey,
I'm going to call once to hang up.
I know the last time I talked to you, I asked to borrow money.
Let me see that fan.
But,
let me see that fan.
But,
Nuh-uh.
And I know I said that I wasn't going to call you again just when I needed money. I was trying to see if I could get $100 until I start my new job. Because I have this going on.
Y'all doing too much today.
Or can I get the little $20?
I was gonna say a funky 40.
That little $20 that I gave you 2 years ago when we went to the concert. That type of dump. Or they call, ring ring.
No.
Ring ring.
I started turning my phone off.
Ring ring.
Hello.
One of y'all answer this phone.
Hello?
Ring ring. Hey, Gabby.
Hey,
girl,
Charlie.
let me tell you what he did.
Will not.
Girl, how about I just caught him on the phone with that chick?
Who was him did?
The one I told you about last time.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning.
But girl, I gotta tell somebody.
I got to go to work.
You better tell that.
Well, call me in the morning.
I won't.
Dumping.
Dumping.
Are you kidding me? Come on, y'all.
Not a hey, how you doing?
Yes,
Nothing.
they ain't asked if you got time to listen or what you going through. They're gonna tell you everything they got going on, and they want you to put it first. Folk ain't talk to you in 3, 4, 5 weeks.
You change your energy.
You didn't even share the business page.
Change your energy. So we that's what we're trying to empower you to do. Change your energy, like at work, in your personal life. Anything that's negative and not of you, it's okay to remove it.
And when I tell you, when you start
bye.
doing that, y'all, it feels so amazing. When you start setting boundaries.
The
I
answer
go
is
to
no.
sleep around this time. I do not take calls around this time. We getting a little deep there.
Stop answering.
Stop
And even if your
answering.
phone is on Do Not Disturb, even the next day, if they called you outside of the 10 o'clock hour,
We
do
don't
not
call
call them back
We
the
don't
next
call
day.
them back.
The answer is no.
We got curfew.
Have some respect.
Have some respect.
You have to teach people how to
to
treat you.
Lord.
That's
And that's
Lord,
fine.
we
That
preaching
is
today.
okay.
We preaching
It's okay
today.
to do that. It's okay to say no.
I mean, because people done got put in management positions that's not leaders, that's don't know
Yes.
rules. So learn your rules and your policies and procedures at your facility because they probably don't know.
Again, mind the business that pays you.
Mind
And
the
they
business
will
of
dump
fashion.
work off on you, especially in these clinics.
Yes.
On these floors. Hey, can you room my patient real quick and
No.
I'll room your patient later?
You do not
Child,
need that
it's
smoke break.
It's 2021. She still ain't roomed my darn patient.
Ain't never did.
I never got that favor
New
back.
admit never in there.
Dumping.
Do not
Just-
let people, y'all.
No.
It's really abuse, and I think
Yes.
America, we don't really like to call a thing. We have to start doing it because a lot of us are stressed out because
Sugarcoating
we
shit.
are
Oh,
going
sorry.
through dumping syndrome with friends, with family, with whoever, associates. We have to start setting those
Within our-
boundaries
yeah.
for your own mental health and well-being.
Change your circle.
Yes, keep them squares out your circle.
If you got a circle and it's 9 people in it and 8 people are dumping,
Baby, that's not a circle.
who are you?
That's a line.
You the dumpy.
That's a line. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
so become the dumper before you become the
the
dumpy. That's okay.
It's
That's
real.
okay. So we gonna dump into our commercial. That's what we gonna dump into these bills. We gonna dump these bills on somebody. And yes, we're gonna cut the commercial and pay these bills. And mind the business that pays us. Welcome, Notees. You are now tuned in with PVG of Nurse Notes.
Hi, I'm Pam.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Gabby, and we are here to get you notarized. Tune in to our brand new podcast, Official Nurse Notes, on Thursdays from 7 to 8.
Where we'll share our personal journeys as nurses in healthcare.
To help bring access and support to the communities around us.
Make sure you tune in because this show is going to be lit. See you there, Notees.
Hey, Notees. We are back with you guys, and we are going to go ahead and jump into our next topic, which aligns right along with dumping syndrome, and that is climate and culture.
Yes, bullying in the workplace.
Yes.
Lord, we
Before
been
we
deep on
jump
this
into
show.
this topic, we would like to tell y'all to like, follow, and share.
And share
And
every
subscribe.
time.
And ring the bell or something they
And
said.
while you're following, like, and sharing, don't forget this link is
Y'all.
on our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You see
This
the
is
shirts?
our new merch, y'all.
Please look at
We
it.
are dope. Dominating our purpose every
Every
day.
day.
We know it's a lot of dope sisters and brothers out there. You need this shirt in your
Please
life.
get it.
You gotta let everybody know how dope you are. We don't care if you smoke your dope, roll your dope, puff your, however you do your dope. You dope.
Be dope.
Do your
Be
do
your dope.
every day and put this shirt on your body.
Anyway, so you can go to the website www.nurseNotes.squaresite.
Yes, and you can go to www.officialnursenotes.com and the link to buy the shirts is there as well. Okay.
Or you can comment if you need the website and we'll give it to you.
So you see the climate, right? The climate is hype,
Hi.
and this is
All
the
the way
culture.
live.
This is the culture,
Yes,
y'all.
Lord. Yes,
Get
Lord.
into it.
Get into it. Be
Get
dope.
into it. Okay.
Get excited.
All right, y'all. So bullying in the workplace. Oh my God, I forgot to send Marcus the picture. I'm slipping on my game. I'm gonna go ahead and tell my little story right here.
Oh,
Whenever I tell my story and it's shade, this is
Oh,
shade.
this
I
is
want you to
shade.
know it's shade.
it's a little cloudy.
So I went to work one day and I had some red streaks in my hair.
It was cute.
It was really pretty because red always looks so good on me. Okay, so I had this new manager, y'all, and she was straight out of Texas Women's University. Never worked a floor
I don't have a problem
job
with y'all.
in her life. I don't have a problem with them. I'm gonna tell you what it was.
One person.
She had never been on the floor. She came straight out of school into a management job. And so every time she talked to me, it was competition. She always had a problem with me, and because I was just a little LVN, I had to prove myself to her. So one particular day, she was going through my notes, and she dinged me because I used a term, dyslipidemia.
Oh Lord, back to the basics. Let me stop.
And she didn't know that that was the exact same thing as high cholesterol.
Look it up, please.
So she dinged me, and so I escalated it to her manager, who removed the ding. So when I came to work the next day at another office with the hair, she removed me from my clinic where I was working and put me in a closet with mops and brooms and
true story,
all types of cleaning supplies, and told me that because my hair was not naturally occurring from my scalp, I, and a black person could never have red hair, I could not wear my hair in the workplace.
She would hate to see my cousin.
So, you know, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I grew up in Bel Air, in Marshall, Texas.
All right, Marshall.
I had to learn how to get with people, even though that wasn't my character. So I have some fight in me. Please don't misunderstand. I can get with somebody, but you know, when you go get a license,
yes, Lord,
it changed who you are. When you have children and you have a family, it changed who you are. So when she put me in the closet, I know most people thinking like, oh, Veronica, a little simp. She I let her do it because I needed my job, and it was a high-paying job, and it took care of my family. It fed my children. But at the end of the day, this is how Nurse Notes came about. Because what I won't continue to do is be somebody's stomping ground. You will not continue to lowball me for my gifts and talents that come from God. You don't own the kingdom, and you can't give to me and take it from me. Amen. And that's my little shade soap opera. I'll let y'all continue.
I would say that's on period.
So just letting nurses know, learn your policies, procedures, and protocols. Anybody, wherever you work. Like, I have a friend who didn't know his policies, procedures, and protocol. He let them walk him out. Okay? Now you trying to catch up. I wouldn't have never left. Trying to get unemployment can be hard for some who they feel like we're in a high earning bracket. We can go get a job. There's jobs available. But I still got to be able to go apply because everything is online. If you're internet challenged like myself, they know. It's not that I'm not responding to y'all. It's just I'm slow on it. You know, it's just you have to learn your policies and procedures and protocols because if you don't, a lot of them don't even know. Exactly. Like you said, she was put in that position and probably didn't even know what she was supposed to be doing.
And I knew my policy and procedure. So what she's telling you is the truth. Most people didn't. I went and filed my complaint with the EEOC. I went and spoke to the attorney that worked with discrimination cases. I did my due diligence, but I got tired of the fight. And I'm not going to tell anybody else to do what I did. Don't get tired of the fight if you don't have to, but I was tired of it because I was outnumbered. And sometimes you have to have money to fight. Sometimes you have to have a lot more resources and know people. And I didn't have time. So I did walk away and I did get my unemployment. And it was so easy because they wouldn't even show up. They wouldn't even show up. They appealed it, but they didn't even show up to appeal it because they knew what they had done to me. And they knew that if I ever got an attorney, I could walk them like a dog.
Right.
So I tell anybody exactly what Gabby is saying. You do need to know your policies and procedures. You need to know your rights in your role. This is any job, y'all. We're not just talking about nursing. It's a whole lot of jobs out here doing things that are against the law. It's against labor laws.
And look them up.
You know, go look on the Texas unemployment website. It's a whole lot of things you can learn about what employers can and cannot do when they turn you loose.
And right now, even on the EEOC.gov, there's a lot of resources.
Yes.
Especially with everything we got going on with immunizations and things of that nature. When you
might want to check that out.
You need to check it out because I think I sent it to y'all last night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pages. If you're pregnant, if you are disabled, there is so many rights that we have that, of course, they're not going to tell you because they want you to come back to work, put yourself at risk. But I will definitely tell you.
How many nurses was asked, like, a lot of people got to relish in you get 10 to 14 days, you know, that number kept changing. But there was nurses that tested positive,
went back to
for
work.
Corona, that was saying, oh, you don't have a fever, you can go ahead and put your mask on and come back to work.
That is bullying.
You're asymptomatic.
That is bullying.
But the law said,
yes,
if I have a positive Corona test, I got X amount of days. Like I said, and it kept changing. I had to send that to a friend and be like, stand on this.
Yeah.
Shoot this to your HR.
Why are we exposing more people to the virus?
Yeah. I mean, because I need you to go to work. You're a nurse.
No. I need to rest so I can live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not a matter.
No.
Let's switch topics just a little bit, or you know.
I mean,
let's
if you are
else.
experiencing bullying, definitely reach out, because it can be an isolating event. It can be very frustrating. But you know, your first direct line. Make sure anytime you're contacting anyone, do it in writing.
Yeah.
Follow up. If you have a voice conversation, put as per our conversation.
True.
These are the things that we discussed.
And you say what you said. I'm big on that. Whatever you said in that conversation that wasn't recorded, put it in quotation marks and say, per the previous conversation we had verbally, you said that I could have these days off. However, in the text message thread, you changed and said this. I was trying to see why is that so.
And CC the manager, the director,
and learn how to blind copy. Learn how to
CC
blind copy people. If you don't trust your immediate supervisor or the next one up, y'all keep going up. You have a right to keep following the chain of command. If you don't feel like you are safe, if they are buddy, if they're they're partners in crime, the boss and the boss's boss are going to brunch and lunch together, you have a right to keep going up the chain of command. Find you a mentor.
I was about to say, and I learned this from them because, again, they are my mentors. What do you need to look for in an actual mentor? If you have a program where they say, oh, so-and-so is going to be your mentor, first of all, you need to pick your mentor. You need to interview mentor. Make sure that they actually, their career kind of aligns with yours. Make sure they have integrity.
Make sure you have the same goals.
Because
if they talking about the nurses or anybody that you're interacting with while they're training you, guess what?
They talking about you too, boo.
Yeah, exactly. And if you have someone, like say your immediate supervisor has trained you on something and they're saying little things like, I'm doing it this way,
but this Gabby way.
But this Gabby way, you don't do it. You do it the right way. You do what they tell you to do.
Please find you a different mentor.
I'm gonna need you to do it the right way.
Integrity.
And don't adopt those bad habits. Yes.
Integrity.
Make sure that you're in line with policy and procedure.
Make sure they're teaching you the policies.
And you have the right to ask for somebody else to train you.
And we're not saying go to work and have an attitude. We're very about promoting peaceful attitudes and environments, but we want you to advocate for yourself.
Yes.
This is an empowering show. We want you to, we want to empower you to be better, do better, perform better, no matter whatever you're doing.
And advocating is not equivalent with attitude. But a lot of times, black women especially, when they are vocal in the workplace, it is assumed that we have an attitude.
We don't.
It is assumed that we are being aggressive. It is assumed that we are going to get ghetto and loud and ignorant. Y'all learn how to have a conversation with people, and you can tell people off and never curse, and they'll never know. They'll never know you told them off. You can correct people. You can correct people professionally. If you don't know how to do it, hit me up in the DMs. I'll write you a whole paper because I'm good at it. I'm telling you, there is a way to get your point across, and you never have to be ghettoized when you do it. It is a way to advocate and be empowered to have yourself heard.
And we're going to empower this next movement over into our sponsor, 817 Manicure. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
What's up, Bree?
Okay, 817 Manicure Studio, y'all. 212 Mesquite Street in Arlington, Texas. And of course, it's always double trouble.
817 Barbershop Clinic.
Okay. What's up, Bree? Hey, 817-303-4912, y'all. He's over on Bowen Road. Make sure y'all go check him out. That's my nephew, y'all.
Welcome back, No Teas. It's time for Nurse No's Hit of the Week. I need a hit, yeah.
Since we just left off with empowerment, let's talk about how you can empower yourself as a nurse.
Right. So that's our next segment. So our health information tip of the week, it sounds a little different, but it's right in line with the show. Empowerment breeds self-advocacy. Right. And that's exactly like Gabby said, what we're trying to do. We're trying to empower you with knowledge and information so that you can be sure that you are getting fair and equal treatment in the workplace, wherever that might be, and even in your personal life.
Right.
Yeah, because I know a lot of times people say, you know, we're directing it to nurses, but everybody can take a piece of this. You know, it doesn't matter what profession you are in. I'm pretty sure you've been in a place where you felt less than empowered. So just, you know, take some of these tips.
I mean, and a lot of it is also how to navigate the system with your family. Because you might not be sick today.
Yeah.
But Americans are not healthy. We are one of the most unhealthy countries. And technically they say we're the most free, but free to make bad choices to eat what we want.
Depends on.
So, I mean, we do want to discuss the patient rights and nurses' rights. So the rights change. There's the 6 rights of medication administration.
So this is for our nurses out there. We thought that we would throw this in, but it's also good for patients to know, because this is their right too. It's part of their rights.
Check your armband
to
make sure your name and birthday is right. They're not confusing
and
you
when
with
somebody
else.
comes in the room, they should. I know y'all get irritated and frustrated hearing the same thing, but everybody that enters your hospital room or your clinic room that is serving you in a patient care manner, they need to be asking you your name and date of birth.
Yes.
They need to be verifying it if you have a bracelet. They want to make sure that it's the right patient.
Yes.
Okay, that's right number 1. The right patient. The right dose.
Ask them, what are you giving me?
Yeah.
Please
hey, what
ask
medicine
them.
is that?
Jesus.
Because what it does, it helps the nurse. Nurses y'all don't get offended when a patient asks you to do that. It's good for you, especially if you're new on the floor or you're new in the clinic.
Check.
It's a safety check because now you gotta look. If you don't know what's in your hand, you're like, oh my God, I don't know what I just drew up. Then you need to get in that chart and you need to match up what you just went and got out of that Pyxis.
Exactly.
You need to know exactly what you're giving the patient, so it helps the nurse be more accountable. Okay, the right route. If you heard the doctor tell you that he was about to give you an oral steroid and the nurse comes in with an injection, oral means by mouth.
Yes.
So if you know that and she comes in with a shot, ask them, hey, he
What
said,
are you giving
I don't
me?
want a shot. I said oral.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on here, you know? And it helps the nurse be accountable as well. And as the nurse, you should be checking that anyway, right? Right time. You know, especially if you're on the floor. You need to be passing your medications at the right time.
Yes.
Right? Okay. If you're in the clinic, if the doctor tells you I want them to have the injection and they need to wait 20 minutes, you need to make them wait 20 minutes, not 10. Because allergic reactions can still happen
And they are
after
real.
the first 10 minutes.
They're real.
You're putting somebody's life in danger when you're being lazy. You
Yes.
can't be a lazy
That's
nurse.
the bottom line.
Do your
You
job.
can't cut corners.
You cannot cut corners, okay? Right medication, right? Ask them
And
once
check that blood
again.
pressure. Like if somebody checked your blood pressure 4 hours ago and they're bringing you something to give you for your blood pressure, it's okay to say,
Hey, are you gonna check my blood pressure again before you give me that?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the right documentation.
Now, nursing.
And as far as patients' rights, it would be access, safety, respect, partnership, information, privacy, and giving feedback.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know they have those rights, especially when it comes to privacy. If y'all don't know a lot about HIPAA, go educate yourself on it. You know, you have a lot of rights. You have a right to sign a paper saying that none of your information can be used unless it's for billing.
And also, speaking of HIPAA, I would definitely tell nurses to read that act again because a lot of us are talking in the hallways. We're talking at the nurses' station about patients. The family member come by. Now I got to break up a fight. I ain't finna break up a fight because I didn't start the fight. But you know, I'll make sure y'all don't really get into a physical altercation. But just be mindful of what you're saying and who you are saying it around.
So we want to shout out some people that's in our comments. Tisha, Tamika,
Hey, Tisha.
Shaquita. We got Michael. We got Camille.
All
we
right.
got Wilma.
Hey,
We
Wilma.
got some Lawana, Casey Collins, Alejandro. Them people was from last week. There was some more people from last week. we're going to find you too. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you
so
for the
much.
comments.
And thank you for commenting,
Tara.
y'all. Thanks for the feedback.
Right.
We're always open to constructive criticism on the show. And we like to hear what you want to know more about, what type of shows you want to see.
And if you have any comments on what we've said in the past little segments, just go ahead and drop us some.
But we're going to go to commercial, pay these bills, and we'll be right back with you. You are now tuned in with PBG of Nurse Notes.
Hi, I'm Pam.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Gabby. And we are here to get you notarized.
Catch our all-new podcast
Every Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m.
on YouTube, Official Nurse Notes, and Villa Cooler Radio.
You can also watch us on our website at www.officialnursenotes.com.
Please go like, follow, and share on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
See you there, Noties!
All right.
It's getting hot in here.
So take off all your clothes.
Don't-
I am getting so hot. I'm gonna take my clothes off.
I just started. I don't finish.
It's a little warm. I just told the producer it's a little warm.
It's a little warm in here.
You know,
We're going to set these boundaries.
Gotta
We're gonna
look,
keep our
got a
clothes
little
on.
glow going on.
It's the topics.
Okay, y'all. So since we started late, we got to talk on and talk fast, y'all. So topic number 3 is reset and refocus.
Reset and refocus.
So that's basically bringing the other topics together. So after you've been dumped on
Yes.
at work, when you go home, you get dumped on. Your friends dumping on you.
Yes.
You're just getting dumped on. It's time to reset and refocus. And we've talked to y'all many, many times about self-care, how important it is. We told you what it looks like for us, but we can't tell you what it looks like for you.
Right. You got to discover that.
Yeah.
And I saw a meme earlier. I was telling them. It basically says self-care is not just massages and facials. It's also setting boundaries and letting people know their limits with you and how to treat you. And I think that was very powerful because, again, a lot of us don't set boundaries because we feel, guilty for not letting people just constantly talk to us about their problems. But you have problems too. You
It's
need
okay
to talk
to say
to
no.
Yeah, it is
and so
okay
many
to say
of
no.
us, especially nurses, are givers and nurturers. So we want to fix everybody. Lord, people come to us broken down, and we think we can fix everybody.
Can't do it.
But when you need to be put back together again,
There's
that's
nobody
when the
there.
issue comes in.
There's
Yeah.
nobody there.
I know we was talking.
This is
we
a
was
nice,
rehearsing.
pretty cup, but it sure is empty.
It's empty, baby. You can't pour nothing
ain't got
from it.
nothing to pour from to keep giving to people. So who gonna refill my cup?
Oh.
That's why you have to learn how to go inside yourself. And there's like times like we were just talking about. I'm like, even sometimes your self-care can be stressful because of your time constraints.
Yes.
So I mean, it's okay to say no to extended shifts because that's cutting your me time.
Yeah.
It's okay to not work on your days off. Your
Yes.
teammates gonna make it. There's many nights we work short, baby.
Yes. We made it.
And it's
We
a
made it.
safety risk anyway. You
Yes.
don't want to, and there's other jobs too. Some
Any
of y'all
job.
do some jobs where you're on your feet all day. Maybe you work in a factory. Maybe you work on the floor 12
Construction.
hours and you're, hey, take your day off and you don't, it's not about the money, y'all. Because once you're gone, we tell y'all all the
Can't get
time,
you back.
the day you pass, your job is going to be posted the next day.
Yes, Lord.
Don't let somebody guilt you. There was a person who was guilted into taking a shift.
Yes.
Tired. Her husband begged her not to take the shift. She took the shift. It was a drive to another town. She didn't make it back. Matter of fact, she didn't make it to the shift. So now you have a grieving husband, kids is left, mom's gone, because we think we can save the world. We
Yes.
can't.
We are
okay to say
human.
no.
Yes.
We're not
I don't care
heroes.
what you
Again.
do. If you're tired, listen to your body.
Yeah. The body is going to tell you when enough is enough.
Enough is
And that's fine. Because one thing about the body, it's just like God. It's going to chastise you.
Yes.
When it tells you no and you keep saying yes, it's going to say, oh, you want to bet? You want to see?
And you will shut
I'll show
down.
you. And it's going to shut down on you. And it'll take you down so fast, Lord.
You
It's-
may not be able to recover.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially failing organs, all of that. The body is telling you, no. You're not giving me enough of this, and this to ask me to keep doing that, and that. And that's how we do
You're
God
not giving me
too.
enough water, enough food.
Not enough
to keep
praise,
pushing
not enough
13
things,
hours-
but you're steady
13 hours,
asking
I
me
mean.
for a new car.
Yes.
It's the same, y'all, You can't keep on putting yourself in a position where you can be taken away from here when you could have just said
And a lot of us
And
are
your job
doing,
gonna be posted.
Go ahead.
Yes.
I was saying a lot of us are doing things. Let's take it out of nursing context. I mean, a lot of us, we work all day, we take care of family all night, then we wake up, do it again, then we're doing it on the weekends too. Everyone deserves a break. I know people, especially single parents, a lot of times they're sitting up here saying. They're sitting up here saying
the devil is a lie. We gonna get this message
exactly.
out.
They're sitting up here saying, oh, just come on to the party, just come on to the birthday party, just come on to the function. No, sit down and rest, and that goes to everybody.
You don't have
to
turn up
ourselves.
You don't have to turn up at every turn up. You don't have to be a part of the party crowd or whatever is going on. If you're tired, you're tired.
I used to work overnight, wake up, and then go to several functions. And I'm like, okay, I can't do this no more. Literally headaches, dizziness, blurry vision, blood pressure was high.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sleeping. Yeah. Literally. Like, I'm sitting up here working 12 hours, get home, you got to take a bath and all that. So you're up 14 hours, then you're trying to sleep 6 hours, then you're waking up driving everywhere. You cannot do that. It's too much.
Yeah. You can't. Try some new things like yoga, meditation, relaxation technique. A lot of people don't spend time with themselves.
Yes.
Because even if you are doing one of those self-care activities, you still feeling like a lot of the nail techs, they want to talk to you, or if you getting your hair done, that's your counsel on the low key side. So you still interacting, you're still using your brain.
Yes.
Take 10 minutes just to be in a moment of peace with yourself.
Today they told me to be quiet. They told me they was asking about travel nursing and all that, and I'm just okay, that's enough, babe. Let's massage.
Yeah. So I mean, there's just a lot of things that we can do.
And also, I want to note that doing everything for yourself is not self-care. Does that make sense? So if you need your nails done, doing your own nails is not actually self-care because somebody else should be taking that stress off of you. Now, I did my nails in the past, loved it. But now it's like, no, I need to sit and relax and let somebody else take control. Doing your own hair is also not self-care. You need to sit in somebody's chair, let them massage your scalp. Let them do whatever style they gonna do and relax. That's the whole point of self-care.
Yeah, and self-care is also not working a second job to help take up. I'm not saying don't take care of your finances.
No, just say it.
But a lot of times people think that self-care is making sure all the bills are paid and they take care of everybody else. But I'm telling you, if you get out of here, you're not going to be taking care of nobody. And while we're talking about getting out of here, if you're walking around with a Gucci bag and you don't have life insurance, I'm not donating to your GoFundMe.
I'm not. I said it. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
And so
we got to get our priorities together.
We're going to get our priorities
together.
Man.
Be an adult. Get some life insurance on yourself because people, I'm telling you, jobs don't care, y'all. Not the insurance through your job.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to have to get some other insurance that is separate because that job can go any day.
Yes.
Refocus on the things that are important right now because life is fleeting and it won't last forever. As much as we want to be here forever, we know that tomorrow is not promised.
It's not.
And when we say we want to take care of everybody, it is not fair of us to not make sure that our families are set up so that if we do leave this world, they are not picking up a burden and having to grieve for us at the same time.
And that burden can be heavy.
That burden
when you
can
have
be
to
heavy.
plan, oh my gosh, you have to plan funerals, you have to pay for the funeral, you have to pay for aftercare for the kids, you have to pay for school clothes because you done adopted the kid. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Take care of your priorities, man. Y'all buying shoes every other week. Every time they come out, y'all buying shoes. That's a policy per month. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And some of those policies you can cash in if you get critically ill. But we're going to wrap this up. We'll have another show about that, y'all. We have so much that we can share and kick knowledge and do game. But I do want to do Visionary CPR. She paid for her spot.
Yes, tell them
so
again.
She deserved to get her spot shot out right. We got some more stuff. We was going to close. We was going to tell y'all the difference between cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting. But Google it. You can learn about it because you really need to know because there's a new variant out.
Yes.
And I don't know if you heard, but I heard. So wash your hands, sanitize your area, and disinfect your area. That means clean it up. So we're going to clean this up. We're going to close this down. Visionary CPR.
Thank you.
And Health Services, Erica Hall.
Hey,
she
Erica.
is an American Heart Certified Instructor. If you need CPR, basic life support, learning how to take care of your family member, her number is 469-657-4200. You can get her at www.cpr-vhcs.com. And
Does she have like online as well, or is it in person?
it's in person because the AHA rules is that it's supposed to be in person. So we ain't gonna get into that mess and shade. We're just gonna go ahead and keep it rolling. Was there anything else y'all wanted to say in closing?
Well, speaking of
Well,
go ahead.
we're also shouting out 817 Manicure Studio.
Hey,
y'all.
Ashley.
I didn't
Hey,
finish
Bree.
talking about her, but she does specialize in a pre-gel, polygel, pedicures that are jet-free, gel manicures, hard gel, and dip. I'm telling y'all, it's something to go and check out, especially if you're allergic to acrylics or they're too harsh or your nails are getting brittle and thin from so many years of acrylic. It really is hard on your nails and your nail bed. If you want your own nails healthy and you want them to grow, y'all hit Ashley up on Instagram, 817 Manicure Studio, and on Facebook, 817 Manicure Studio.
So I was just gonna add, especially for CPR, you know, being that it's summertime, we're outside, all these activities, you know, heat stroke is real. So definitely make sure that you protect yourself and your family with, by learning CPR. A lot of us can prevent a lot of fatalities at home if we just know simple, you know, compressions.
Chest compression.
And make sure you guys are drinking enough water.
Yes.
We talk about that all the time, but
Water,
it's a
baby.
real serious thing, especially in the heat. Y'all need to be getting, right now you could probably take the whole 64 ounces a day and it won't even hurt you
'Cause you're
because
gonna
the
sweat
sun,
it out.
as soon as you step out into the Texas heat, you're going to sweat it right on out of your
Exactly.
armpit, your back, and
your back
everywhere else.
dehydrated.
So get your water intake up. Y'all, like she said, there's a variant out there. Protect yourself. We can't tell you what to do with the mask. It's your choice. I've told you before how the mask works. Everybody has to wear it for us to be safe. I know they're telling people they can do what they want, but y'all do what you know is safe.
And I'm working in it. The numbers are going up. It never went away. Okay.
Yeah.
Please make sure you protect yourself. Get some knowledge.
Yeah, I just got a text from a real close friend that somebody very close to them passed away from COVID. So y'all,
real. It's
listen,
still
I'm
here.
talking about it's still happening. Stay off the news, especially Fox. I don't care what nobody say. I'm sorry. Stay off of that crap.
Don't fool with 'em.
Because they're putting stuff out there. Y'all, do your
Gaslighting.
own research.
Google everything else, research.
Yeah.
Research for
Gaslighting, for real.
yourself and learn how
I'm
to protect
telling you,
yourself.
I work in it. It's real. It's still here.
Yeah.
It never went away.
There's people that'll read 1,800 reviews to buy an outfit on Amazon,
Yes.
but has read nothing about this virus or whatever you want to call
or
it.
read pages upon
But
pages
you
on
want
Facebook.
to just find what somebody else posted on YouTube and not
Yes.
even try to go back to your basic
Yes.
microbiology class. But we gon'
Well, that's
what we
learning.
supposed
That's
to do?
reading.
How many
and
minutes, Marcus?
Reading and comprehension skills.
Yeah, reading and comprehension. Reading is supposed to be
Marcus said
fundamental.
wrap it up.
Who said that?
All right.
And I think he means wrap it up too, because we got a show coming up about that. Y'all need to be wrapping it up out there, because these infections are getting out of hand in these counties that y'all living in up here. Wrap it up. Put it up. Put some on it.
Look at the statistics of Dallas County alone.
Listen.
And I know some of us live outside of that county, but just watch what you
But
do.
y'all dating up in that county.
'Cause
You
I'm
better
about
get
to
for
run.
real about
Love
it.
it.
You better get
All
for
right.
real about it.
Well, that has
So
been Nurse
we're
Notes
gonna
episode
leave
tonight.
a dope note.
A dope
It was
note.
Dominating
so
that
wonderful.
purpose every day. Please go like,
Check out the
follow,
merchandise too.
share,
Share,
and
share.
subscribe. Go to YouTube.
Turn on
subscribe,
your
Turn on the
notifications.
notifications,
We'll
y'all.
remind you, but turn on your notifications.
Tell them how to
Follow
do that
us
for the
on TikTok and
Click the little
Instagram.
bell
Click the
on
bell.
YouTube.
Google it. Just like you just Google
Comment, we'll
what
tell you
is
how to do
this
it.
sore that is here. When you Google that sore, open another window and Google how to turn on the notifications.
Ring the bell.
I'm just saying.
I
Okay,
love
thank
it.
y'all. See you later, Noties.
See you later,
Bye,
Noties.
noties.
Nurse Notes is a brand new vibe. Every Thursday night, same place, same time. PVG.
I can't say that.